As a remote producer, one of the biggest challenges that I come across is when a speaker is in the same meeting as the attendees, right? So you've got 1,000 attendees and 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 10 different speakers in that meeting. And I can easily bring them into my Ecamm production using Ecamm for Zoom. Not a problem. But the challenge starts when one of those presenters wants to do a screen share. So they're going to share their browser, or they're going to share a keynote or PowerPoint or some sort of a presentation on their side because they want to have that full control. Well, some of the big challenges with that is this. If they're in that same Zoom meeting as the rest of the attendees, once they hit that screen share button on their Zoom application, their desktop application, what ends up happening is that overrides the view of all of the attendees who are in that same meeting. This is just how Zoom works. So I actually just figured out a way, and I don't even know why I didn't think about this earlier, but I just found a way to make this happen for all the remote producers. So remote producers, remember, if you've got a speaker in Ecamm for Zoom who is in the same Zoom meeting as the rest of the attendees, follow what I'm going to do right now for you. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to VDO.Ninja. Now this application's been around for a long time, and what's awesome is it's 100% free. All right, so now what you've done is you sent them the VDO.Ninja website, and don't get them to do anything just yet. Get them to open up their presentation. This could be Keynote, it could be PowerPoint, it could be different things. But what you got to make sure is they play it in a window. I think it's easier for them because most of them are probably just going to have one display. So make sure you choose Keynote in a window. PowerPoint has the exact same feature. It's in the presentation settings. But once they do that, they can go ahead and hit play, and they get their notes that they can display as well. And then also here's the presentation. Now get them to go over to the VDO.Ninja webpage and click on the button that says Remote Screen Share into OBS. But don't worry, we're not using OBS. It's Ecamm all the way, baby. So go ahead, click on that. And don't choose any other options, especially these microphone options, because it's going to transfer the audio to your side, and you do not want that. So just click on Select Screen to Share. Now, because we're in a window, go to that little window, right? Where is it? Go to that window, or if they're playing it full screen on their computer system and it's a separate display, go ahead and click on entire screen and select whatever that display is. Easiest probably just to play in this window. So go ahead and click on that, get them to find that Keynote window or the PowerPoint window, and click on Share. Now that's going to change this around, and what they need to do next is they need to click on this green URL at the top. So click that to copy that, and then get them to DM that or message that to you. And now what you're going to do is you're going to go into your Ecamm scenes, and let's say that this was a scene here that had a, so my face that you see in this one, this is actually going to be your speaker's video, right? But this was a screen share. Now, what you're going to do is take that URL that they sent you. You're going to add a web widget or edit this one. So in this case, I can just, I can delete this one, and I can say add a web widget. And let's call this VDO and paste the new URL that they just sent you. I like to keep this the full screen. Click high resolution mode and keep running. Do not click this last option, just click those two up there and click on Add Web Widget Overlay. Now what you're going to notice is that you've got this error message on the screen. In order to get rid of that, you're going to click on this little toggle to make this Web Widget Overlay interactive. So we're going to click on that. Now I can click on this little X that's at that little corner to get rid of that message. Now you'll notice here that there's this big weird black bar at the bottom. Now that is specifically from VDO.Ninja. So what you need to do is you'll notice it hides when you don't put your mouse on it. Just do this. Click on refresh, leave it in interactive mode, click on that thing, and then get your mouse out of there as soon as possible. Now, 99% of the time, this works. So if that didn't work, let's go ahead and click on refresh again, get rid of that, and then go back. And then let's hope it works. Come on, you can do it. I know you can do it. See, sometimes this is the one challenge. I wish that VDO.Ninja folks, if you just got rid of that overlay, that'd make my world a lot easier. But believe me, just keep going at it. Go in there, delete that, and then move your mouse in and out. But you have to wait until this moves out. So I'm just going to pause the video until I get this. I know you can do it. It just takes some time. All right, I figured it out. Go and, just try to move your mouse over it and then move over to the side and then down to the bottom. And that makes it disappear. Okay, cool. Now we've got that. Now lock it in. Disable the interactivity. So now you can move your mouse around. You can do all of these different types of things. Now what you'll see here is if I just go over to the presentation on my other display, I can move my mouse around. I can go ahead and click on the next slide or whatever that is. But now that speaker is completely remote controlling, you're remote accessing their screen share without using the Zoom screen share option, which completely changes the way that the system works. Again, this is really for remote producers who are specifically going to have speakers who are in the same room or the meeting room as the attendees, and they're going to be sharing their screen. So go ahead and use VDO.Ninja and watch this video over and over again. Hope you like this tip. See ya.